Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the U.S. Gay Sports Network's 2025 National Gay Flag Football League Gay Bowl. Rich Siegel, along with Dr. Joel Tremblay, our on-site engineers this morning are Mitch Barnes and Roman Jimenez. We want to thank you for being with us. We've already had one game done this morning, and that game featured the ATX Heat over the Los Angeles Bowl Express 31-7. This game is going to be one between the Chicago Surge and the Austin Heat Platinum. It's a women's game, and we're looking forward to bringing it to you today. Joel?
Thank you, Rich. Throughout the broadcast today, we're going to talk about some of our sponsors here at the Gay Bowl and on the United States Gay Sports Network. And the first sponsor we want to tell you about is the Good Feet Store. Discover real relief and comfort with Good Feet Arch Support Solutions. The Good Feet Store is the title sponsor of Gay Bowl 25, and you can find them at the Good Feet Store. Lawyers Title has been providing title, escrow, and closing services for your residential and commercial real estate transactions, and they are at Lawyers Title San Diego. Rich's, San Diego's biggest nightclub. Rich's is your destination for the Friday night opening party, and they are going to be having parties every evening, starting in the evening, and they are at Rich's San Diego. And finally, we have Blue Peak Credit Union. Blue Peak's mission is to empower Californians to achieve peak financial wellness. Make a meaningful connection at Blue Peak. That's Blue Peak Credit Union, BLUPEAK, no E in blue there.
All right, where you can find us, for those of you who have friends saying, what are you watching this game on? We are on the USGSN YouTube channel, which is www.youtube.com/@USGSN, or the same hashtag on the USGSN Facebook channel, and that's where you'll find us for our broadcast day today. This is the second of 5 games, excuse me, that we are doing here this morning and this afternoon. Chicago will kick off to start the game. And the punt is fielded by Austin, number 25, and she pitches back to number 3. And that is how we start our game here this morning. That was Courtney Rhodes tossing back to Cassandra Bills.
And the way flag football works here at the Gay Bowl is teams of 7 on each side, and the referees are placing pucks. The puck closest to the offense is marking the line of scrimmage. The next puck is 5 yards away. If you're going to rush the quarterback, you have to start from behind that puck. And finally, the beanbag is marking the first down or line to gain.
All right, Austin with its first offensive possession. And quarterback drops to throw, looking right, now throws over the middle, and the catch is made by number 6, Leilani Lopez.
And that was a nice catch there. Expect to see a lot of passes. You only get 1 rush per possession, not set of downs, for the entire possession as you go for the end zone. So most plays are going to involve some kind of pass, but you'll see things that look like rushes, like sweeps, where the pass is just a little bit of a shovel to a runner crossing in front of the quarterback.
All right, it is second down and about 3. Here is a shovel pass to Lopez again. She will get the first down as she crosses the line to gain. And it looks like we may have a flag. The officials are huddling up to talk about something.
One of the officials seemed to signal some kind of push, maybe something on the blocker.
The flag rests at the 30-yard line. Lance Burridge is our referee this morning from Nashville, his 18th season.
And it looks like it was offsides on the defense here. Let's see.
He's about to make the call. All right, so it is first down as the penalty is declined. First down for the Austin Heat Platinum. Man in motion, goes left to right, pass coming, quarterback just throws the ball away. Just dropped the ball on the ground, kind of like when you try to kill the clock. And that's how she just threw the ball to the ground. The quarterback for Austin, by the way, is number 10, Mackenzie Steiner.
Yes, there is no intentional grounding penalty on that, and there can't be a fumble. If a ball lands on the ground, it's dead.
The other officials, Reagan McKendry is the center judge. The back judge is Patrick Fisher. The down judge is Eric Scholl. And the line judge is Chris Sayers. 2nd and 10 Steiner to throw, looking left, now rolling to her right. She gets a long pass away down the right sideline. It is incomplete. She wanted a pass interference. That's Allison Adam, but no pass interference called, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I didn't really see any contact.
No,
the
I didn't
defender
either.
got their hands up. You're allowed to do that. There is no problem with face guarding or anything. You actually have to make some sort of contact that interrupts the play.
Third down, 10 to go. Steiner, there's a whistle. Something didn't go right.
I think that was a snap infraction. I think she sort of dropped the snap. And so we're going to have 4th and 10. And this is a very offensive-oriented game, flag football. You're going to see a lot of teams going for it on 4th down. They do have the option of punting in 2 ways. They can declare a punt, in which case they get to set it up. They get protection for the punter. Or they can run a regular play, and they can just choose to punt once it's snapped to somebody, in which case there's no protection, but more of a surprise for the receiving team. But I think they're going for it here, Rich.
I believe so, too. And here's Steiner looking to throw. Right side pass is going to be out of bounds. It was deflected away by number 15, and that's either Kat Kingsbury or Alex Booker. They have 2 number 15s. And so it'll be Chicago taking over on downs, 1st and 10. Excuse me, at around the 36-yard line.
And that is a huge defensive stop. If you've been watching coverage, or if you play this game, you'll know there's not most possessions end in a score. So any kind of stop is going to be huge. We'll see if the Surge can capitalize on that.
All right, it is 1st down. Chicago quarterback is Colleen Mulhern, number 4. Throws the first pass long to the right sideline, and the pass is overthrown. The intended receiver was Kat Kingsbury.
Taking a shot right there on 1st down. We'll see if they slow it down and go for some more shorter plays now. Most teams sort of play a game of 5- and 7-yard passes, just try to keep the chains, or the pucks in this case, moving down the field, and the big plays are kind of rare, but they went for it right there. And the Surge are going to line up. They're going to be on a heavy right-sided formation with 2 people in the backfield. And the ball is snapped. Everybody going to the right here. And a little bit of a bobble, but a catch probably made the 1st down right in front of the 20-yard line.
It is a 1st down.
And Rich, I think that was one of the number 15s who made that catch.
And if it was the one without the hat, then that's Kat Kingsbury. And I believe she did make that reception. So it is 1st down. Ball looks to be at around the 22, 23-yard line. Mulhern, shovel pass to Booker, running left side, and gets the flag pulled. She gains yardage. We'll see where they spot the ball. It is a 1st down, so she gained 10. Ball will be spotted around the 12. And now that the morning dew has dried off, we can now see the yard lines. We couldn't see that in the first game, so we were guessing. And now we can see them. It makes it a little easier for us to tell you where the ball is. All right, 1st and 10, outside the 10. Mulhern drops the throw, steps up, and has her flag pulled back at around the 13 or 14-yard line. 2nd and about 12.
Big sack there, getting so close to the end zone, moved him back a little bit. Chicago Surge with some interesting formations. There really aren't formation penalties. The main thing you can't do is have someone moving forward at the snap. Most teams have 6 people on the line, or maybe 1 person back. They have 2 people back, as well as a center and somebody next to them, and just a couple receivers. What's been happening mostly is the people in the back have been going out as receivers on a little bit of a delay, but a little more of a classic formation here. Center with 1 person next to them.
All right, thank you. 2nd down. Mulhern to throw. Looking left, now looking middle. take a few steps to the right. Her pass is away, and it is complete.
I think I saw a 0-0, Rich. It might have been Maddie Violet.
Yes. And it will be 3rd down and maybe a yard. They needed 12. They got 11. And you're right, Joel. It was Maddie Violet who made the reception and then went out of bounds just shy of the goal line. And so it is 3rd down. They can get a 1st down without scoring. Man in motion goes Violet. Shovel pass to the right side to number 45. She does not get in. She gained maybe enough yardage for the 1st down. Let's see. Waiting for the... Nope, she did not. She's a yard. They're a yard short. It is 4th down. Mulhern will come out.
And Rich, I think the quarterback still has a run, so this is going to be one of those plays we saw yesterday, almost like a tush push if they want, where the quarterback can just reach over for that 1st down.
And right now, that it looks to be number 00, Maddie Violet. She rolls to the right, and she does not get in.
Nope.
She is stopped a 2 yards shy. The flag pulled before she even crossed the line that they scrimmaged from. And so it is a turnover on downs. It'll be 1st down for Austin.
Unusual start to this game to have 2 turnovers on downs. Usually the offenses are dominating a bit more. Chicago's drive looked really good and then just kind of stalled there at whatever that is, the 5-yard line or so. Just to mention it because we have seen it.
Oh, they're not done. There is a penalty. It was encroachment on the defense. Never saw where the flag landed. Nevertheless, the drive is alive. It'll be 1st and goal at the 1.
Not a huge surprise. I think they were probably just so desperate to try to get in there and sack them to get that turnover that they just got a little too far too fast.
Mulhern back in. And now we have a timeout. Timeout taken by Austin. That is the first of the 3 they get in the half. As Joel explained yesterday, you get 4 total, but you can only use 3 in a half.
Correct. And so that first timeout, which came early in this half, is brought to you by the Craig Goita Foundation, dedicated to fighting and raising awareness of ALS. The Craig Goita Foundation is giving back to the SDA-FFL community by raising funds to support quarterback, player, and referee development. Thank you to the Craig Goita Foundation.
Okay, 1st and goal as play is about to resume. Colleen Mulhern takes the sack, rolls left, looks left, incomplete. The intended receiver got her hands on the ball but was not able to bring it in securely. And so it will be 2nd down. Nikki Griffith was the intended receiver. It is 2nd down. Mulhern looking, throwing left, catch is made. Touchdown, Chicago. And I think it's Shanna Summers. Trying to get the number of the lady who caught the ball for Chicago. But nevertheless, regardless of who it is 6-0 for Chicago with the point after coming up. Mulhern looking to throw, gets her pass away to the right side, and no one in the vicinity, and the pass just falls harmlessly to the ground. So Austin will take over at the 15-yard line, but they trail now. The first score of the game goes to the Chicago Surge. They lead the ATX Austin Heat Platinum by the score of 6-0 here on the USK Sports Network.
And that first touchdown was brought to you by Simply Nature's Pledge. Simply Blossom Greens and Superfoods is your daily dose of wellness in one delicious scoop. Packed with 48 nutrients, including organic fruits and veggies, probiotics, collagens, digestive enzymes, and adaptogens. It supports gut health, clear skin, natural energy, boost energy, and immunity.
Fake of a shovel pass. Here's Heiner to throw, and she goes long. She's got a man open, and a wide open receiver is number 3, and she is into the end zone for a touchdown. Cassandra Mills got behind 2 defenders and scores the touchdown. It is 6-6.
And after a little bit of a slow start, Rich, we are rolling now with the points.
75 yards for the touchdown. 65 yards for the touchdown. And so we are tied.
And again, these teams can go for 1 point or 2 points. If they go for 1 point, it's from the 5. If they go for 2, it's from the 10. Most teams go for 1, but we have seen teams, particularly from Austin, who go right after the 2, trying to get that score climbing like the Consumer Price Index.
There you go. I don't think Roman heard that. Here's Stunner rolling left, and she is into the end zone for the point after that makes our score Austin Heat Platinum 7, the Chicago Surge 6.
And this first half is going to be 25 minutes long. 23 of that is going to be real time that started right when the kickoff happened. And so that clock runs continuously unless there is an official timeout or an injury or something like that.
Right.
Once we get to the 2-minute warning, it's going to look a little more like college football where the clock is going to stop for out of bounds, incomplete passes, and for first downs.
All right, Chicago comes out 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Mulhern calling signals. No one on the left side. Everybody bunched to the right. Mulhern looking, and she is going into the middle of the field, and the pass is complete. The pass completed to Alex Booker, and it will be good for another first down.
Yeah, the Surge really using those uneven formations with one side very heavily loaded. And not sometimes when they do that, that's because they're going to bring it back to the other side. We saw a play yesterday where that helped clear out space for a quarterback run, but really just moving everybody to one side and trying to go there.
The ball looks to be at about the 27, 28-yard line. I'll call it the 27.
More balanced formation here.
Mulhern to throw again. Fakes to the middle, goes to the left side, and the pass is completed to Shayna Summers. And it will be good enough, it looks like, for another first down to about the 37, 38-yard line. They break the huddle. Chicago trailing in this ball game, 7-6. They just surrendered a long touchdown. And Mulhern to throw. She is looking. Pass away to the left side is complete. And breaking free and running down the left sideline is number 15. That is Kat Kingsbury. The equivalent of breaking a tackle done there. And Kingsbury was able to pick up about another 15 yards or so. So it'll be a first down in Austin territory at around the 20.
And that was one where the extra traffic on one side definitely helped because 23 was in front of the other receiver and pulled one of the defenders away and opened up the receiver who caught that ball.
So it is first down, and Chicago knocking on the doorstep again. Mulhern, shovel pass, again to Booker, running left side. Flag is not pulled. She eluded a tackle, and she is into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago Surge.
Nice footwork there to stay in bounds. I thought she was going to go out of bounds for sure. The referee right on it managed to keep both feet in and get it into the end zone.
12-7 our score with the point after coming up. And it looks like they're going to go for one.
Little surprising to me there. A lot of teams, if they don't get a point after and get another touchdown, they go for two to kind of get back on that 7 points per score rhythm, but just going for one here.
Mulhern has everybody bunched. She looks left, now rolls right, gets the pass away to the back of the end zone. It is incomplete, intended for Alex Booker, and so it is now Chicago Surge 12 and the Austin Heat Platinum 7.
It'll be interesting to see what the Heat decide to do this time. Last time they came out firing and scored on a long drive on, I think, was it the first play?
It was the second play.
Second play. So let's see if they go for something deep again. If they have a receiver who they believe can burn the coverage, they might as well just do it again.
So here we go on first down. Mackenzie Steiner looks to throw over the middle. The pass is caught, and the catch is made, and then she stumbles to the ground, and that is number 22, Candlin. I have no last name for her.
A nice pickup there, about 8 yards.
So it'll be second down and 2. Steiner to throw. Looking left, a short pass is caught, and it looks like good enough for a first down, and again to Candlin, number 22.
Yep, and the down judge coming in from the side, marking it ahead of the first down. So the Heat Platinum a little more methodical on this drive, at least for the first few plays.
Exactly. First and 10. They're at about the 27-yard line. Steiner to throw again. Looking. Rolls to the right. Rolls a little more to the right. And her pass is complete, and running free down the right sideline is Allison Adams. One of the Chicago players pulls up a little bit lame. That's Alexandria King. But that pass completion, good enough for a first down.
Another nice pickup. I do think the quarterback is looking for something deep. It just hasn't been open, or perhaps once it's open, it's been too deep. But doing a good job checking that ball down and good protection to give her that much time.
First and 10, balled around the 33, 32. Pass coming, looking, long down the middle, has a lady open, incomplete. Delaney Lopez was the intended receiver, just eluded her just a little bit, and it will be second down.
And on that play, the Surge only rushing one, which is I think what they've been mostly doing, and that's part of what's giving the quarterback for the Heat Platinum a lot of time back there. She's got 2 blockers and only 1 rusher, and good mobility.
Second down, the ball resting at around the 32-yard line. Double wides on either side. Steiner calls for the ball, gets it about neck high. The pass is over the middle, caught and dropped. I believe that's number 22, Candlin.
And that's tough. That was 5 yards. They were expecting to keep the pucks moving here. We'll see if they can get a good play. They don't need all of it. They're almost certainly going to go for it on 4th down if there is one from this area. But they'd probably like to pick up 5 or 6 here.
All right, this is 3rd and 2. And another pass coming. Long down the middle again, and it is incomplete. There was no offensive player in the vicinity. And so it will be 4th down.
Looks like the receiver just ran that route about 5 yards too short. She was open there, but the ball just went right over her head.
Is that right? Did I hear 2-minute warning? 2-minute warning?
2-minute warning.
Wow.
And we've got about a 4th and 10 here.
Yeah, this has been a really fast-paced first half rather. All right, it is 2nd down. It is 4th down, and they need about 8. Here's Steiner to throw. She steps up. She is looking. She gets a pass long down the middle of the field, and the pass is caught. Cassandra Bills made the reception.
There are flags all over the backfield. The referee calling the touchdown, so maybe this is on the defense.
All right, here's the call. Personal foul, roughing the passer on the defense. So Cassandra Bills made the reception. She did not get into the end zone. However, they'll come up with a 1st and goal.
So basically, you can't touch the quarterback's arm. You can't get in the way of it. You can't hit it. Probably something like that. Maybe it was more of a tackle when they're trying to pull the flag. But the quarterback's fairly well protected by the rules of this league.
The quarterback has the ball extended, and can you touch the ball and knock it out of her hands, or no?
No, you can't strip the ball at all.
All right. Well, what's the fun in that? All right, 1st and goal. The ball looks to be at about the 3. And Steiner shovel passes to number 12, and it's 2nd down. She did not get in.
And on that long play, Rich, I'm not 100% sure that ball was meant for the receiver who got it. I think it may have been underthrown to, I think it's, is it Lalani? And the other receiver just cut under on sort of a modified in route and managed to catch that ball.
Yes, that was Cassandra Bills. She made the reception. Here's 2nd down and a shovel pass and running right side. And into the end zone goes Leilani Lopez. And it is now 13-12. Austin regains the lead late in the 1st half.
So they will stop the clock for this play, Rich, for this point after, and then it'll start again. But Chicago starts with plenty of time to score.
For a point, Steiner rolls to her right, looking and gets the pass away. Leaping catch is made, and the point after is successful.
And we want to remind you that we are here on the United States Gay Sports Network. That's USGSN on Facebook and on YouTube. If you are watching, please let us know. Let us know who you're shouting out to. And if you could, please share the links with friends that you might know in Austin or in Chicago. Let them know that their friends or family are playing some flag football and they can watch it live.
14-12. Cassandra Bills, by the way, catching the point after. And now Chicago will take over. And again, the Chicago quarterback is Colleen Mulhern. On 1st down, Mulhern with a left side pass is caught by Alex Booker. And she is run out of bounds at around the 25-yard line.
Nice work by Booker to get out of bounds. You can see on her flags, they say, "Catch me."
Oh, is that right? 2nd down.
So since she got out of bounds, the clock is stopped. The Heat Platinum are really going to want to get those flags. They don't want people to get out of bounds.
Second, and it looks like they need about a yard or two. And Mulhern to throw again, rolls to her right, pass away over the middle, is caught. Nice leaping catch there made by number 10, Nikki Griffin. Clock is stopped.
So since it was a first down, the clock will stop just until the referees set the field. Once the referee blows the whistle to signify that the teams are ready to play, then the clock will start again. So they'll probably try to have a play called and ready to go as soon as that whistle blows. And going back to a more traditional balance formation on that last play, they held people in the backfield again and ran them out of there. This is all coming from the line.
Right in front of us, so the ball at the 39-yard line. Colleen Mulhern to throw. A left side pass is incomplete. She was going for Alex Booker, but unable to make the reception because the ball was thrown behind her, and it is second down and 10. 35 seconds to go.
And the clock is stopped from that incompletion.
Alrighty, second down and 10. Another pass coming. A jump pass is caught by Alex Booker, who almost dropped it. She runs free for about 5 more yards before the flag was pulled on the right sideline, and another timeout. The flag was pulled by either Courtney Rhodes or Morgan Martinez. We have two number 25s. The officials are huddled up and they're talking. I think there is a flag on the right sideline.
Yes, there was a flag thrown, Rich. It looks like from the spot from the line judge that they did get the first down, but we'll see what the flag is.
Flag guarding on the offense. Loss of down, it's a spot foul.
And since she barely got across the first down line, that 5 yards is going to bring it back, so they did not get a first down there.
And they lose the down because of that, and so it's now second down. Second down at about...
That was second down, Rich, so it's third down because they lost that down. All right.
Trips left formation.
And Booker in the backfield.
Mulhern, the throw, steps up, has her flag pulled. That's a loss of yardage. And Chicago takes a timeout.
I think that was Brooke Blankenship calling the timeout there.
Yes.
And I think what has changed a little bit is that the Heat Platinum have started to rush too, and they are getting in there. They obviously got in there that time. On the last play, they almost got in there. So the two-person rush.
19 seconds to go until the half is over.
So that two-person rush really helping out the Heat, and they've been able to maintain coverage even without the extra person dropping back.
Score is Austin 14, Chicago 12. Heat Platinum over the Surge. When this play starts, it'll be a fourth down. The ball is spotted at about the 36.
And Chicago's got to be smart here. Yes, they would like to score and get the lead before halftime, but they do get the ball back in the second half. What they don't want to do is get too aggressive, throw a pick, and let the Heat Platinum score again.
All right, fourth down. About 6 to go. Nikki Griffin in motion. Mulhern steps up to throw. The pass is away to the right side. The pass is caught, but I believe it is short of the first down, and so Austin has held. They have.
Short of the first down, the clock will stop on the change of possession, and we'll see how much time is left. Probably 1 or 2 plays, maybe?
Yes.
But we know the Heat Platinum can do that deep throw.
8 seconds, I believe.
So if 8 seconds, maybe time for a short pass and then a long pass. Kind of 2 ways to get a lot of yardage. One, you'll just see a very deep pass. The other thing is a pass and then a lot of backwards laterals to try to keep moving the ball.
All right, so it's first down. Ball it around the 29-yard line. Steiner to throw, and she's got the home run ball down the sideline. The pass is knocked away, and it's incomplete.
two players down in the back.
Oh, yeah, there are two players down, and there was also a flag on the play, one for Chicago and one for Austin, and we didn't see what happened because we were following the trajectory of the ball.
Is that the quarterback, Rich?
Yes. All right, so the Chicago player gets up. That's number 51, Bree Lamb, and she runs off under her own power. Meanwhile, the Austin player, who I believe is the quarterback, Steiner, is still on her back. One leg extended out, one leg bent, and now she's bending the other leg, and she is slowly getting up with a little bit of help. And now she is up. It's a personal foul, roughing the passer, and it's an automatic first down. So yes, that was Steiner, and she's up on her own.
And I think the last thing the referee signaled there was that I think there's 4 seconds left, Rich.
So they have time for one play. The ball will be spotted, it looks like, at the 39-yard line.
And with the added yards for that penalty, Rich, I think we are in the arm range of the quarterback if she's able to get back up and throw.
Yes. Shaking off the cobwebs.
And the Heat Platinum already in a good position going into the half with a 2-point lead. If they could score again, even better, knowing that the Surge is going to get the first chance in the second half.
One of the Chicago players, number 15, and that's Kat Kingsbury talking to the official. I don't know, maybe it was about the penalty or checking the time, but we know that there are just 4 ticks left before the half is over. The half cannot end on a defensive penalty. And so double wide on both sides, and they're both on the far side. So this will be an attempt at a very long pass, and there it goes down the right sideline, and the pass is incomplete. It was intended for number 3, Cassandra Bills. If the pass calls incomplete, thus ends the first half here on field number 1 at the Polo Grounds in Del Mar, where the sky is cloudy with a few breaks of blue. Our halftime score here, the Austin Heat Platinum 14, the Chicago Surge 12. There's a conversation going on out on the field. We'll hold it here for just a moment. Referee is talking to the quarterback. The coach of the Heat Platinum is Antoine Davis. He's out there as well, but I believe we have reached halftime, and so we'll send it over to you.
So we are going to have about 10 minutes here while the players get some rest and get some water or Gatorade, and the officials get some rest and chalk it out. What we're going to do with this time is talk about some of our sponsors. We'll talk a little bit about the game, and then we'll also talk about the NGFFL and the Gay Bowl. The first sponsor we want to talk to you about at halftime is the Good Feet store. Discover real relief and comfort with Good Feet Arch Support Solutions. The Good Feet store is the title sponsor of Gay Bowl 25, and they can be found at the Good Feet store on social media. That's at the Good Feet store altogether. Lawyers Title, providing title, escrow, and closing services for your residential and commercial real estate transactions. They are at Lawyers Title San Diego, at Lawyers Title San Diego. Riches, San Diego's biggest nightclub. Riches is the destination for your evening parties. They hosted one of the opening parties on Friday night, and they are at Riches San Diego, a double S in there, at Riches San Diego. Blue Peak Credit Union. Blue Peak's mission is to empower Californians to achieve peak financial wellness. Make a meaningful connection at Blue Peak. That's at BLUPEAK Credit Union. That's BLUPEAK, no E with blue. And finally, we want to talk about the National Football League, one of our favorite sponsors. They are proud to once again partner with NGFFL for Gay Bowl 25 because we are stronger together.
There's a rich history in the National Gay Flag Football League. This is the 25th Gay Bowl that is being competed. This season's tournament has 250 teams representing 28 leagues across the United States and Canada. The first 2 of these tournaments were known as the Gay Super Bowl, and then in the 3rd season in 2000, I believe it was 2004, it became the Gay Bowl. Now, in that first tournament, there were only 3 teams. The second year, there were 6, and now we have over 250. It's been a wonderful weekend here. We started play on Friday. We had about 24 of the 32 fields here at the Polo Grounds being occupied. There was a lot of noise on Friday and Saturday, and then as teams were eliminated, there's not as much noise as there was yesterday and the day before. San Diego, this is the host city. They have hosted 2 other times, 05 and 15. And I met last night one of the event organizers. His name is
Ivan Solis, yes.
Ivan Solis, and I met the treasurer. We were at the hotel bar having a libation, and we were talking a little bit about the success of the weekend. San Diego, by the way, is the first city to have ever hosted 3 gay bowls, again in 05 and 15 and in 25. There have been 5 cities that have hosted a couple of times: Boston, Denver, New York City, Phoenix, Washington, D.C., and 11 that have hosted the first time. The winningest Open Division team hails from right here in San Diego, but they did not advance to today this weekend. San Diego Bolts are a 7-time champion in the Open Division, and the winningest women's plus team, an 8-time champion, the Denver Mile High Club Blue. And again, we'll recap by saying they were founded in 2002, and since then the NGFFL now spans 28 cities across the U.S. and Canada, and I will speak to Austin. They have been around for several years now. They started out small, but they have grown in leaps and bounds, and now I think flag football has taken over as the #1 gay sports league in the Austin, Texas area.
So you mentioned Ivan Solis. He was one of the original players in the first season here in San Diego of flag football and played for many years. I talked to SDFFL Hall of Famer Steve Cramsey a few days ago, and he mentioned that there are only, I believe, 2 players from that very first year that are still playing. He's one of them. I can't remember who the other one was, but Ivan played for a great many years and really didn't like giving up playing on the field. For our game here, you saw the Chicago Surge against the Austin, Texas Heat Platinum. The Heat Platinum got the ball to start the half, and they turned it over on downs. Then the Surge had a long drive. We actually thought for a moment that they had turned it over on downs, but there was a flag that was either late or late to us to be able to see it.
Late to us.
And so that gave that drive new life, and they were able to score. They missed the extra point, so they were up 6-0. Then the Austin Heat Platinum scored, got the extra point. Chicago Surge scored, did not get an extra point again. Austin Heat Platinum scored again and got the extra point, and that got us to 14-12. And then there was that turnover on downs by the Chicago Surge towards the end there, and that one last short drive with the long pass knocked away at the end. And so nobody scored after that, and we are going to go into the second half with a score of 14-12 in favor of the Austin Heat Platinum, with the Chicago Surge to get the ball first. The referees still talking. I don't know if they're just talking about anything or if there's still parts of the game. It looks like maybe they're talking about how they're going to try, to continue to be consistent calling fouls. You don't want to have one referee sort of calling everything and another one letting the contact go. Not tons of contact in this game until that play at the end there where both players ended up down on the ground.
We were talking earlier about how the San Diego team has won 7 of these gay bowls in the Open A division. They won 5 in a row, starting in 2012 and ending in 2016. They won in Denver, they won in Phoenix and Philadelphia. They won right here in their own hometown in 2015, and then also in D.C. There has only been one time where there has not been a winner, well, actually 2, 2011 in Houston, and incredibly enough, and boy, am I shocked to know this, it was because of weather. It always seems like when there is a tournament, a major tournament in a Texas city, rain will be a factor, and it was. And then, of course, in 2020, the event was canceled because that was, of course, the year of COVID. And so as far as the A division goes, and in the women's A division, we have had 1 year where the games were canceled, and that also was in 2020. The San Diego Organizing Committee has provided us with just an awful lot of wonderful information that we have been able to share with you here on the US Gay Sports Network. We are just so pleased to be able to bring this to you. We are about ready to start the second half. Again, our score at halftime is the Austin Heat Platinum 14 and the Chicago Surge 12. Austin will kick off to start the second half, and Chicago will send 2 players deep to receive. One of them is Maddie Violette, and the other is Alex Booker. After a while, you get to where you don't need to rely so much on the roster sheets that were provided, and boy, that has been a real nice thing that they provided us here. iPride Softball, take a hint. All right, here's the kick, and it's fielded by Maddie Violette. She comes up to the 20, 25, and has her flagpole just shy of the 25-yard line.
And Rich, when we started this game, we did not know who was going to be on our field afterwards for the next game that we're going to broadcast. It looks like, if the app is updated correctly, that the next game after this is going to be at 11:30 a.m. and is going to be an open division game with the Austin, Texas Heat Blue against the Washington, D.C. Admirals.
And we saw Austin here in the first game this morning. They beat the Los Angeles Gold Express for the second day in a row. They put up 31 after putting up 40 yesterday. And their sister city, their sister team is competing in this game, and they come out first down at around the 24-yard line. Colleen Mulhern, the quarterback, a short pass over the middle is caught, and the catch was made by Nikki Griffith for a very short gain.
Very close to a hold there, I think, wrapping her up that way, but got the flag quick enough that not a problem.
Looks like the gain to the 26 or 27.
Heavy right-sided formation here.
And a shovel pass to Alex Booker. Turns the corner, and she gains about 4 yards. She goes down.
Is a flag on the play.
And there is a flag, and I think this is going to be a penalty on number 6. That could be a hit out of bounds. Oh, they're going to pick the flag up. However, the yardage gain is good enough for a first down at around the 34.
And that a nicely designed play. They did that. They loaded up the right side and just had that runner come by. Basically turned all the receivers into blockers to help Booker pick up that yardage.
So on first down, Mulhern to throw. Looking, has good protection, steps up, looks to the left, looks to the right, and the pass is incomplete. It was intended for Shayna Summers. She was covered tightly by number 25, and that is, I believe, Courtney Rhodes or Morgan Martinez. It says the only way that I could identify one from the other is the tattoos.
Yeah,
so
and
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that was covered by Morgan Martinez.
And just reached around and knocked that ball away. Heat Platinum only rushing 1 that time. It seemed like when they really stopped the surge the last time, it was rushing 2, and we'll see if they go back to that sometimes.
Another pass coming here on second down. Looking to the left side, and the pass is incomplete. A fine defensive play. The pass was intended for Alex Booker, but coming in to break up the play for Austin was Cass T, number 5.
And that ball popped up in the air a little bit, but nobody able to get to it, so landed on the ground for an incomplete pass. Could have been a lot worse for the Surge.
She timed her play perfectly.
And we are at 3rd and 10.
All right, here again, here's 3rd down. Looking to throw, rolling to her right, stepping up in the flag. Oh no, the flag was not pulled. How in the world did she miss that? Ali Castillo had her and let her get away.
Had her and let her get away. Had the flag. Also could have been called for a roughing the passer because she did grab the arm at one point too, but I think the referee probably either didn't see it or thought she was legitimately just going for the flag and it was unintended.
The yardage gain takes the ball to just shy of the 40-yard line. It'll be 4th down and about 2 or 3.
So the referee is doing the little California raisin dance there is to tell you that this is going to be a regular play, though again, they can still punt it Also, that was the quarterback's run, so she can't run again for this entire possession.
All right, let's see what happens here on 4th down. Over the middle, and the pass is incomplete.
A little bit of contact. Defense got their arm in there, no flag, so this is going to be another turnover on downs, and the Heat Platinum will get the ball at the line of scrimmage. And a good defensive stand by the Heat Platinum, giving their offense a great opportunity. They're already up by 2. If they can get another score here, it'll become a 2-possession game and very hard for the Surge to come back.
All right, 1st down inside the 40.
Nobody back deep for the Surge. A little surprising given what this team will do on early downs.
Number 12 goes in motion to the far side rather, and she makes the reception. Flag pulled, and it looks like a gain of nothing. Maybe a half a yard. They'll move the puck. So we'll call it the 39-yard line. Austin leading in our ball game. The Heat Platinum over the Surge, 14-12 here in the second half. From the 39-yard line is where Steiner takes the ball. Left side pass is out of bounds.
So you only need 1 foot in to get the reception. One of her feet was in, but they both came down at the same time, and one of them was out of bounds. So that's going to get called out of bounds.
Ashley Griffith with coverage on Cassandra Bills. 3rd and long. Steiner to throw, fakes a pass to the right side, now goes to the right side, and the pass is caught.
And you can see the receiver extending her arm. I think that may have gotten her the 1st down.
And that was Allison Adam. So they'll move the down marker to about the 29-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Austin trying to extend their 2-point lead. And the ball just across the 30. Steiner with a quick pass to the left side is caught.
Low pass, nice reception there by, is it number 2?
It's number 2. That's Allie Miller. Or Taylor Weingart. They have 2 number 2s. So I'm going to call it Taylor Weingart. It is 2nd down, about 6 or 7. Steiner calls for the ball, fakes a pass to the left side, rolls to her right, gets the pass away. Leilani Lopez makes the reception.
Very close to a 1st down if she didn't get it.
And it is a 1st down at about the 19.
And I will tell you a little refereeing secret, Rich.
Yep.
Refs hate 4th and inches or 3rd and inches, so if it's close, they're often going to get the benefit of the doubt and get that 1st down.
Okay. At around the 19-yard line is where Steiner calls for the ball. She rolls to her left. She's going to run to the left, and she's got a lot of room, and she is in. Touchdown, Austin. There is a flag on the play after the player crossed the goal line. For now, there's an Austin player pleading her case. And that's number 11, Mallory Williams.
From where the flag is and when it came, it might be after the touchdown, Rich, but if there was a downfield block that was illegal, this could come back.
It's a clip. It'll be first down and 2. All right, well, we're going to wait till he turns around and maybe we'll get a better definition because right now he's facing the other sideline.
What's the score? 13 or 14?
All right. Well, he's not going to tell us, so he didn't turn around. So it is I'm going to guess it's still 14-12. They have the ball at around the 12. First down, inside toss to number 12. Flag gets pulled. That's Allison Adam.
And so I think if the penalty was on them and the ball moved forward, I think what happened was it was a spot penalty and it was enforced, and that brought it back out of the end zone to where we started that line of scrimmage.
Nullified the nice run by Mackenzie Steiner.
Sure, let's go with that.
Yardage goes to around the ball down at around the 6 or the 5. But Austin knocking on the door again. Think of a toss, and there's a touchdown. In the back of the end zone on the near side, the catch is made. And if I'm not mistaken, it's Cassandra Bills. And it is now 20-12 Austin.
Bill seems to be the big play receiver here today for the Heat Platinum. Making a nice catch over there, getting open.
She even makes catches on balls that are not intended for her to catch.
Agreed.
Like down here to our right. So it is 20-12. Austin leading by 8.
Looks like they will be going for
this
one.
Is actually a big. Chicago needs to get a stop here to keep it a one-score game. Here's Steiner looking, rolling to her life, still rolling, and the flag is pulled. And so Chicago does hold. The flag pulled by Alexandria King. And so that keeps our score at 20-12, Austin over Chicago.
And as you mentioned, that is still a one-possession game. They can score 6 on the touchdown and go for 2 to tie this game up. So the Surge far from out of it. Huge hold on that extra point.
I haven't seen a clip called for a while.
I don't think we have seen one this weekend.
All right, Chicago takes over at the 15-yard line, trailing by 8.
So the Surge getting ready to start their drive at the 15. If I were the Heat Platinum, I'd be thinking about sending 2 rushers again, because at the end of the first half, that really seemed to mess with the Surge.
All right, Colleen Mulhern the throw. She steps up, a left side pass is caught by Alex Booker, running down the left side, and she gains about 8 or 9.
The defender tried to jump that play and came across, was trying to get the interception, but didn't get the ball and left Booker open for a few more yards.
Second down. They'll spot the ball at around the 28. She did get enough for the first down. She got about 13. And now we have a whistle. And Lance Burge is coming over to talk to a man who obviously has had a little bit to drink.
Also the referee's duty to keep the sidelines safe, so just toning that one down a little bit there.
All right, 1st and 10, Chicago on the drive. There is a flip pass out to the right side. The pass is caught by number 00, and that is Maggie Violette.
But a
Maggie Violette.
good flag pull to keep that to a very short gain.
All right, the ball rests at around the 28 or 29, and it is second down, needing about 7. Nikki Griffith in motion. The pass is sent to Alex Booker, and Alex Booker will get the first down running down the left sideline. She has great hands, and she's got speed.
Looks like there is a flag coming in.
Yeah, there is a flag.
One of the Surge was really pushing more than blocking one of the Heat players coming to try to make a tackle. I don't know if that's what they saw or if it was something else.
The first down marker is about the 36 or 36 or 37. And he's facing the wrong direction, but whatever the penalty is on Chicago.
Holding on Chicago.
And Roman Jimenez tells us that the official called it holding. And it may have been on Brooke Blankenship because she is talking to the referee Lance Burridge.
And I'm going to guess it was, just between us and the actual runner, there was somebody blocking. I'm going to guess that's what it was because I would have called that if I had seen it.
So the ball comes back to around the 32. Colleen Mulhern accepts the ball. She is looking, throws a pass to the left side. It is incomplete.
So we are going to have about a 3rd and 6 here. Or I'm sorry, 3rd and 4.
Third down. Chicago trailing by 8 here in the second half. 20-12 is Austin Heat Platinum's lead over the Chicago Surge. And I believe I just heard 8 minutes. Is that what I heard? Pass coming, a shovel pass to Alex Booker, and she is wrapped up behind the line, I believe.
Nowhere to go, just too congested on that side. They've run that sort of play before with the receivers going up to be blockers and clearing out space. Nothing cleared out that time.
So here is 4th down.
And the referee's signal is that this is going to be a normal play. And no reason for Chicago to punt. They need to get down there and score.
Ball is at around the 28-yard line. 4th down. They need to get to around the 36, 37-yard line for a first down. Mulhern to throw, rolling to the right, throwing to the left. It's a short pass, and it's complete to Shayna Summers, but well short of the first down. And so again, Austin holds on downs.
Yeah, that pass just a little bit too low. Summers couldn't really turn and run with it. She had to go down and get it, and once she did, there was a player from the Heat Platinum right there to pull the flag. So that needed to be a pass at the marker, not before it. And so the Heat Platinum's going to start there.
More than the pass that she threw.
Exactly. And
but Austin, give Austin's defense credit again, stepping up big. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no, I agree with you. That pass needed to be longer, or you really needed a chance for yards after the catch. You had to hit somebody in stride.
It was a long pass down the middle, almost intercepted. It was intended for number 11, Mallory Williams, but almost coming up with the ball. Chicago number 0, Lydia Breen.
And I'm surprised by that play, Rich. If there's really about 8 minutes left, whatever's left, the Austin Heat Platinum could almost run out this clock with first downs. The last thing they want to do is throw an interception. I would go back to 5 and 7 yard, very safe plays for the rest of this drive. No reason to risk an INT.
There's the first second down play. Steiner's pass intended for number 11, Mallory Williams. Falls incomplete. Third down.
And in pool play, Rich, it helps to get more points because that's going to change your seeding. It doesn't matter in these elimination games how much you win by. You just got to win. And those were two nice but not terribly safe passes.
So it will be 3rd and 10.
Center and a possible blocker next to her.
And on 3rd down, Steiner to throw again. Right side pass is high and incomplete. Intended again for Mallory Williams, and so it is 4th down.
And referees signal that the Austin Heat are going to go with a normal play. The quarterback does still have her run, and we have seen her pick up some good yardage on runs if they can open up the field in front of her.
The Chicago faithful yelling, defense, clap, clap, defense, clap, clap. It's a big play for both teams, obviously. Austin wants to extend the drive. Chicago wants to get the ball back, and they would get the ball back in decent position. All right, here's Steiner to throw. Rolling to her right, passing to the right, wide open, Mallory Williams at the 20. And the official says the catch is successful. It is 1st down. So on the 4th pass to Mallory Williams, the completion made, a 1st down gained, and it is 1st and 10 for Austin at around the 20.
Not sure what happened there, Rich. That was so open it looked like a missed assignment.
Exactly.
They flooded the zone. They were playing the zone defense, and the outside linebacker had 2 people to keep track of. They didn't get any safety help.
So Roman Jimenez, who was watching in the production booth, is saying that they flooded that zone again, and the defender had to choose between 2 people and had to leave one of them open, and that's how that pass got there.
All right, thank you both. It's 1st and 10 at the 20. And here's a fake of a shovel pass, and a pass rolling to her right. Steiner gets her pass away to the back of the end zone. It's caught.
They are calling this a sack. Referee very clear. I agree. That flag was coming off before the ball got out, so that's going to come back.
I'm glad you followed the flag. I followed the ball. So thank you.
So we are going to have a 2nd and
10.
More, actually. This is actually looking like a
more, yeah.
2nd and almost 15. They lost quite a bit of yardage on that sack. And that was all about the pressure. The rusher did a great job of getting in there, staying with the play. And
the ball around the 25, 26-yard line. Williams in motion from left to right.
Everybody
Steiner
on the right
tries to
side.
throw. She steps up. She is looking. Now goes backwards. Now rolls to the right side. Stops and throws a high one into the end zone. And it is incomplete. Intended for Mallory Williams. There were 2 players in coverage for Chicago. 2-minute warning.
And there was a little opening to the receiver back there, but closed quickly as the ball hung up.
So at the 2-minute warning, the score remains the Austin Heat Platinum 20, the Chicago Surge 12.
And the Chicago Surge has all 3 timeouts. So the Heat Platinum's going to need probably at least 1 more 1st down to run out this clock, depending on whether they throw passes that stop the clock. It might need 2 1st downs with Chicago's timeouts.
And I don't think they've had their run yet.
I agree, Rich. I think the quarterback still has the run.
Double wides on both sides, 1 player in center. All right, trips right, rather, on the right side. And there's a pass over the middle and almost picked off. Lydia Breen almost made another interception. She, at least for the time being, gets the clock stopped on the incomplete pass.
And so we have a 4th down and very long here, more than 10 yards, probably 13 or 14 yards. Again, this is a place.
We have a timeout, and let's see, Austin.
So Austin takes the first timeout of the second half. And that timeout is brought to you by Urban Moe's. After the tournament is over, it's time to recover at Moe's on Monday for recovery brunch starting at 10 a.m. That's at Urban Moe's on social media. So timeout called. Austin Heat talking it over here. This is a huge play, well worth the timeout. They're not going to need him. It's the Surge who needs the timeouts to get back in the game. They can't throw another pass like that for an interception. But they need to come up with something to get a lot of yards that is safe, or maybe just decide they could decide to punt this ball and make Chicago go the length of the field, or at least from the 15. That's one other option they have, either as a called play or as part of a normal play. The quarterback just gets the ball and kicks it.
The ball is at the 25-yard line or thereabout. It is 4th down and about 15. Steiner calls for the ball, looking left, rolling
and
left.
Got a lot of room.
Back towards the middle. She is going to get the flag pulled, and she is shy of the first down.
Both officials calling that play short of the first down, as you did, Rich. So huge defensive stand
by Ashley Griffith.
Great work by those 2 people coming for the quarterback there when they saw the run going. It was a good try by Austin Heat actually to clear out all that space, but the Surge read the play fast enough to stop her from getting the first down, and they're going to have a chance if they can score and get a 2-point conversion.
Remember, we are inside of 2 minutes, and Chicago has not yet used one of their second half timeouts. And they are trailing in this ball game by 8.
And again, the clock is going to stop on its own if a player gets the ball out of bounds on an incomplete pass or on a first down.
Brooke Blankenship, the center, hikes the ball to Colleen Mulhern. The clock starts. It's a flea flicker. Alex Booker going to the right side, and the pass is incomplete. And Joel makes the catch. The intended receiver was Kat Kingsbury. The ball bounced in out-of-bounds territory, right to Joel, who made the reception.
First one we've had all week. I'm surprised.
Yeah, this is
so it will be. I'm sorry, it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Well-designed play. I think we've seen that one before, and that was not a rush. The ball went forward from the quarterback to the person who threw the ball, so they still have a run.
It was Alex Booker. All right, on 2nd down. Here's another pass over the middle, tipped and incomplete. The ball was tipped by Austin. It looked like it was intended for Maddie Violette, and it'll be 3rd down.
A little surprised they're working the middle at all, Rich. I would probably be working the sidelines more like they tried to on that first play. It was just a little too close to the edge. This is usually the time for your 5- and 7-yard out patterns.
Third down. The ball looks to be at the 11. And a pass coming. She throws a short pass. It's caught by Shayna Summers, but that gained only about a yard or 2. And it is going to be 4th down, and here's your ball game.
And I think they did call a timeout quickly there.
Chicago takes a timeout, a needed timeout because the reception was made.
And we have another huge 4th down here, Rich.
Yes.
If the Surge can't convert here, hard to see that they would have time to get the ball back and drive again. So this one big, if they have a play in their pocket, it's time to use it.
All right, the ball will be at around the 14 or 15-yard line. And it looks like both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. And on 4th down, needing several yards. Here's a fake of a pass. The flag is pulled, but the pass is away, and it's incomplete. Incomplete. And for about the 3rd time this afternoon or this morning, whichever time zone you're in, Austin has held on downs.
So with whatever time left on the clock, Austin Heat Platinum ahead 20-12. They have the ball. Chicago Surge down to 2 timeouts. They'll be able to keep some of the time on the clock, but I think a 1st down would do it, and they might not even need that.
All right, winner of this game advances. And the loser of this game says, see you next year. It is 1st down for Austin and around the 13 or 14-yard line. Steiner with a shovel pass to Lopez. Lopez is still running, and a timeout, Chicago.
Smart play there by the Heat Platinum. Very safe play, no chance for an interception, and forces the Surge to use a timeout.
There's 1 minute and 8 seconds to play. But Chicago can only stop the clock one more time. We have another game coming up after this one, slated to begin at 11:30, and it'll be again a team that we have already seen today, the men's team from Austin. I believe it's ATX Heat. All right, here is 2nd down, and another shovel pass, this time to number 12, and Chicago takes its final timeout. That's Allison Adam, who was the recipient of that shovel pass by Mackenzie Steiner. That play took 8 seconds. There is 1 minute and 1 second to go.
And between the assuming they don't turn it over on this down, Rich, they can take another 30 seconds or so off the clock between 3rd and 4th down. So best case scenario is a stop here by the Surge and maybe 30 seconds, a little bit less on the clock to make to try to tie the game up.
Again, our score is Austin 20 and Chicago 12. On 3rd down and 10, here is Steiner, 3rd down and less than 10. Steiner just dropped the ball, and the pass is incomplete. She was being chased by number 51, Bree Lamb, but she had nowhere to go with the ball as none of her receivers were able to get open, and so she just threw the ball to the ground, and that will make it 4th down and about 6. They were at the 14 when the drive started. Now they're at the 10.
But Rich, I'm not sure what. It probably would have been better to just take the sack because that stopped the clock.
Yeah.
And so if the Surge can get this ball back, they're going to have close to a minute instead of the 30 seconds I thought before.
I was surprised by that, too. So it's 4th down. They need to get to inside the 5-yard line to all but wrap this game up. Chicago doesn't have any timeouts remaining, and they may get the ball back one more time. So here's 4th down. Steiner rolls to the right. The flag is pulled. And making a defensive gem right there for Chicago is number 11, Alexandria King.
And those last 2 plays went about as well as they could have for the Surge. They used their last timeout. They got an incomplete pass to stop the clock. Then they got a sack, so the ball's going to be even closer to their end zone than it would have been if they had just turned it over on downs. And the clock is also stopped now on the change of possession.
And again, remember, Chicago can't stop the clock.
So they're going to really need to work the side of the field to move this ball quickly, or just have a great deep strike. But you certainly don't want the Heat Platinum to get another chance at it, even if you can tie this game up.
All right, here's Chicago with Colleen Mulhern at the quarterback helm. She drops to throw, rolls a little bit to her right, looks to the left, looks to the right, now comes back to the left side, and the flag is pulled.
And that, okay, so the flag is pulled, so the clock would have been running, but the umpires are going to, or the referees are going to stop the clock because of this injury on the Austin player, so not any kind of gamespersonship here.
Okay, so first of all, let's credit the player who pulled the flag, and that is Ali Castillo, number 19. I can't see because we just know that there is an Austin player on the ground, and her teammates are all kneeling and bending over to help her and make sure she's okay. Now she's has rolled over on her stomach. Based on what I'm seeing, it looks like she may have had a cramp or something in her left leg.